Chinese models are taking over the open source AI field, and today we've got a new, completely free Chinese open source model that is amazing. Let me tell you exactly which model is it. It's this Hunyuan, or however it's called, I have no idea, A13B model, just released 48 hours ago. And this is a very big deal. I will explain to you exactly why, and I will also show you what is going to happen inside the summer of 2025, what you can expect from the current AI labs and from the current AI field. So watch the video from start to finish to not miss out on what will happen in the near future. Before we get started, I have a course, an introductory course to AI tools and AI automations. If you want to learn how to code with AI, conduct deep research, create videos, images, automations, this course is for you. Link is down below. You only have to pay only once, very small price. Thanks so much. You support the channel by joining the course. But let's get started with this thing. This is straight from China, and specifically it's a model from Tencent. So this is one of the biggest companies of China. You can try it out on hunyuan.tencent.com. You want to right click and translate to English because the site will be in Chinese. And then you want to select this Hunyuan A13B model. And you've got also various options here. You can do online search with it, you can think fast or slow, and you can add some other AI applications that, for example, are in-depth search, you have data file analysis, there are so many things. So you select the model from the drop-down and you're good to go. Now let's get started to talk why this is a big deal and how it compares to the competition. First of all, this is a mixture of experts. This is the go-to architecture nowadays, and it only has 80 billion parameters in total, 13 billion active parameters. So this model has super fast inference and can fit in a single GPU that is optimized and created for AI. So this is a big deal because you can serve millions of people with it without big costs, and it's also super cheap, at least compared to the current SOTA models to train. And potentially this kind of architecture, if it's smart enough, it can think for long while provide answers in reasonable time. So if this architecture works well, as we will see, it has a very big potential for the new models that will be coming out from summer and forwards. And it could be a very significant leap into the open source community. So as we've said, it's powerful but compact. Only 13 billion active parameters. This is such a big deal, guys. It supports reasoning both fast and slow, which is super nice to see. Finally, we train one model that can think fast and can think slow. I really like it. Also, it has ultra long context understanding, meaning it has a very high context window, which I really like. Of course, we have to see the benchmark to see if it can actually handle this context. And it has enhanced agentic capabilities. This is so important from here on and beyond. These LLMs have to be able to do agentic tasks, have to be able to use tools, have to be able to do autonomous tasks. Agentic stuff, agentic tasks are the new frontier. And it's also efficient in inference. It uses grouped query attention, whatever, pretty much all of the current mixture of experts use it, no big deal, and has multiple quantization formats. That's also nice to see. So this is supposedly ideal for researchers, developers that seek high performance with resource constraints. So this is very important. They do not aim to be the best model, but what they seek is to deliver high performance under low resources, which is what I think open source should also always target. Like bring something affordable that can be used by most people, even though it's not like the number one in, the benchmarks. Doesn't have to be. It has to be very good, go like 5% worse than the best commercial product, but being able to be run by most people in a very affordable price. And I think this model, looking at the things that I've seen from it, it is able to do that. Also, we're going to try some queries probably later on the video, so you can stick around for that as well. So here we see it getting compared to other models of this category that are of similar size and are open source. So in terms of comparing with Qwen 3, which is the current, I think, open source SOTA, if you exclude maybe DeepSeek, it's doing a very good job. And it only has 13 billion active parameters compared to the 22 billion of Qwen 3. Also, Qwen 3 has a lot more total parameters, so that's also a big trade-off there. The model seems quite comparable as I see on the benchmark. Sometimes it wins by 2%, sometimes it loses by 2%. So I think this shows a clear direction that open source mixture of expert models can continue to become smaller and smaller, which is very important. We don't need, guys, big models. We need smaller and smaller models, and this is becoming more obvious every single month, every single week. Smaller, smarter models are coming out. Here we can see a comparison of the Instruct model compared to other reasoning models like Qwen 3, DeepSeek R1, which has like 50 to 60 billion active parameters, so it's like 5 times more. And we have also OpenAI O1, which is not near SOTA right now, but it could be better if they had O4 mini or O3 mini high here. But in general, what we can see is that this model is very, very good on mathematics. It's doing a tremendous job compared to the competition. This is quite obvious, and this is very hopeful to see. Also, on the science benchmark, it's doing a good job. It's very close to the competition. On coding, it's still also super good, even though it's small. And I would say this is pretty good. I also see loads of benchmarks that I have never seen before. And I really like what I see. I think it's a big step in terms of the open source scalability performance. Like for the model size, it has beating Qwen 3, which is larger and came out just a month ago. This is a very big deal, in all honesty. And it's beating it quite a lot in various tasks. So I think they've done a very good step forwards for the open source community. It's not beating DeepSeek that much in most cases. In some cases it does. For example, it's quite unexpected here. Some wins over here are pretty amazing. But what we have to understand is that this model is super good at agentic stuff. Like, oh my god, this is so good. It looks so good. And what I want to tell you guys is that this is so important. This is so important, and they also bring FP8 quantization, which is a big deal. I think the quantization field, if they can improve quantization, we're going to do another leap in the future. Like quantizing models, in my opinion, is so important because the models, you can use them on current GPUs without costing you a lot. It could lower the price of inference. I think it's a big deal. Bringing quantization inside the training loop and not just for serving people, I think is going to be a very, very big deal. And I really love to see AI companies do more about quantization. But as we can see, their quantized models are very, very good. And we can see also that in general, this model is one of the best open source AI models while being significantly smaller. Like if you use this model, it could cost you 5 to 10 times less than using, for example, DeepSeek R1. And it's going to cost you like 50 to 60 times less than using O1. Okay, so this is a very, very big deal. This is so important. And also these agentic benchmarks that are so good. This is so important. It's such a small model. It has such a small amount of active parameters and total parameters, but it's doing an amazing job. It shows that the future doesn't have to be bigger, more compute, costly models. Small models can do the fucking job. But enough with that. I think this model is absolutely amazing, at least on the benchmark side of things. I think it's quite awesome. And yeah, In all honesty, I have no idea how you can log in to this website. It seems super complicated. It's full of Chinese. I don't even know if I can test it out. But we're going to give it a try. If we can, that's good. If we can't, well then, I don't know what to tell you guys. Maybe you could give me like a kudos or whatever, some kind of drink. So we don't want to have thinking fast. We will open network search. Can we run it? No, we have to join like through email. So let me try this. Let me give it a try. Take my email. Give me the code. No problem. I just want to use your platform. Okay, so supposedly they give us this code. Let me use their code. Log in. We're good to go. Hopefully we're good to go. So this is so bad. Like they should just allow for an English version by default. It's such a big company and their models are good enough. They should just do what Quen does. It's thinking in Chinese and my browser is just doing the translation for everything, which is pretty funny and insane at the same time. Like, come on, man. So while we wait for the generation to happen, I just want to tell you that it's quite obvious that open source goes a completely different direction to what, commercial solutions do. So commercial products remain quite costly, but they don't become faster or cheaper, while open source models become smaller and smaller. And this is so nice to see. I'm so happy. I'm so happy really to see them completely understand that what is needed is high quality data and more data essentially. That's what, is missing. This is the only thing that is missing from AI right now. So this is the HTML file. I'm just gonna place it here. Let's see the website. So this is a Transformer web page. Okay. So I would say this is not super great. I don't know if I have made a mistake. Like for example, you have this script here. Maybe if I take this and I put it into, I don't know, maybe an HTML index. I wouldn't say this website is very good. Let's just, say that. Okay, let me place the code here and open up the website again. So yeah, this website is not good. This is not working. These are very bad. At least it's kind of responsive, but nope, this website ain't good, man. It gives us a summary, as we can see here, implementation details, add actual code snippets, implement PDF generation backend point. Yeah, I think maybe this is just for a start, but I don't think that the one-shot capability of the model right now is good. At least I don't see a nice result from my first generation. So let's clear the context and let's try to do a single one query. But again, this is not a benchmark. Don't take this as a benchmark. This is just a very simplified testing, just to get an overview of the model's one-shot capability on very simple prompts. So right now we're going to test its capability to create a game. So let's open up P5.js editor. We're expecting like a JS file. The model is quite fast. If you check it, it's generating quite fast the response and it's thinking in code. So hopefully in the future they will put like tools inside of these loops. So the model seems quite ready to have like Python interpreter in its loop of thinking. Hopefully the game is going to look nice and it's going to work, but we will have to see about that. But in all honesty, the benchmarks seemed quite amazing. That's all I can say at this point. The model is fast, which is good. And of course, you can use it completely for free on the Tencent website. You don't have to pay anything. So I really want to test out these 400 lines of code. Let's test the game. Let's see. Can we play? Okay. The game is, I have no idea. Okay. So our player is down here, but you do nothing. We just get the score. We don't lose. It seems completely broken. So in the benchmarks, this model seems amazing, but right now it seems like a complete bullshit. Like I cannot even jump. I cannot do nothing. So this potentially could be another case of overfitting the benchmark data just to bring good numbers. I don't know. But from my results, this is pretty disappointing.